In order to be the best version of yourself and create the success that you want, I will give you tips on how to love yourself, to attract these things and be these things. Be the best version of yourself. And with this comes success. So I want to show you ways or practices that you can do on your everyday life on yourself to love yourself. So when you start loving yourself, you create the acceptance of yourself, where if you accept yourself, then others will accept you and love you. Because when you are loving yourself, you show others how to love you. You show others on what you accept or no longer tolerate. Loving yourself and accepting who you are is the best gift you can give yourself, because it will make you feel good to be who you are, and it starts with loving yourself. I like to focus on the positives, but in contradiction of loving yourself is hating yourself. And when you hate yourself, you show that, and you feel it, and you take it out on people that are the closest to you. So when you're exhuming love for yourself, you can do it for other people. But you have to love yourself first and accept yourself for who you are. That is the biggest one for self-love. You have to love yourself for who you are and how to be your true, authentic self. And you have to accept what happened in your past, but leave it there and forgive it, because everything that happens in our lives, the people that come or the environments that we experience or experiences themselves teach us more about self-love and, like I said, what we accept and what we no longer tolerate. So accepting yourself just how you are is enough to start self-love. Now, when you are in this formation and discovery of self-love, you have to create boundaries and stop being a people pleaser. Because then you're not pleasing yourself and you're not loving yourself. You're asking for external validation, which you shouldn't. Because if you have validation within yourself, you don't need external validation. You don't need someone to like you, because you like yourself. You love yourself. So creating boundaries within yourself, again, it teaches others on how you will be treated, on how you accept yourself to be treated. So when you create these boundaries and are no longer a people pleaser, you stay true to yourself. This way, you do not get taken advantage of, and you are aware of your surroundings. Because people pleasing is putting yourself last and following in the footsteps of what other people want you to be, so you people please. And this is something that we have to get rid of. This is a bad habit. So when you set up these boundaries, these people will actually respect you even more, will like you even more, because you like yourself and you are creating boundaries for yourself. And you know now what no longer serves you to become the highest self. And in order to do that, you have to love yourself. Create healthy boundaries with people. And once you do that, you love yourself even more because you no longer are doing or no longer influenced by other people because you're putting your needs first. And when you're not influenced by other people, you are in a place in your life where you are confident in saying no and creating boundaries. So creating boundaries allows to teach people on how you want to be treated. And when you love yourself, it shows on how you will tolerate other people's behavior towards you. Another way is, like I mentioned, putting your needs first, putting yourself as a priority, which again contradicts to being a people pleaser. Because I just want to put this out there that when you people please, you in a way are lost in your own true identity because you are doing what others want you to do instead of doing things for yourself. So this is when you have to put your needs first. Because when you put your needs first, you love yourself even more. Because you are putting yourself first on what makes you happy. And when you are content on doing things that make you happy for yourself, that's when the love for yourself grows even more because you are content with yourself. You love yourself enough to put yourself first. And that is so important because it creates a healthy relationship with yourself. It creates happiness within yourself. It creates peace. And also, it creates success. Because when you put your needs first and you do what you want to do to achieve what you want to do, your success rises. You know, let's say that your friends wanted to go out tonight, but your need was to stay in and either work on yourself or work on a goal that you want to achieve. So if your need is to stay home, stay home. And there will be those people where are like, oh, you always stay home, or, you know, I really want you to come. And you feel kind of like you don't want to let them down, but you have to take care of yourself first and put yourself first, because if you do not do this, no one will do this for you. Okay, so with loving yourself, you're teaching yourself and others on how they're treating you and what you accept, and just the outcome of your success. And I also want to focus on when you're saying no and you're putting your needs first, and you're no longer encouraged or influenced by your friends, I want you to also create this positive thinking about yourself. So when you start loving yourself, okay, you need to create a subconscious mind of positive thinking about yourself, because now you love yourself, so you only think highly of yourself. So you just create positive thoughts, create positive actions. And this is self-love, is when you think highly of yourself, when you are positive, when you're good to yourself, when you're compassionate, and you're able to feel, accept yourself just how you are. And loving yourself, you're constantly learning about yourself. And when you say no and create boundaries and you think positive about yourself, it's literally lifting you up and creating confidence and courage and self-esteem to allow you to do the things you always wanted to do. Allows you to create that success for yourself because now you're positive, now you're confident, now you're motivated, now you believe in yourself, now you're enough, and now you are worthy to have everything that you wanted. But you have to accept yourself, because when you are yourself, others can see that and they will accept you for who you are. But you need to love yourself and know that you are enough and that you are worthy of your desires, of your dreams, of your wants. And it all starts with self-love, because you're working on yourself. And when you do that, it's called self-improvement. And it's a beautiful thing because we have time. We are given another day to work on ourselves and to figure out how to love ourselves. And it's possible. And with loving yourself, you create these beautiful outcomes of your life. Because now you know what you're worthy of because you love yourself. And you just won't settle for anything else. Because now you have standards. You have boundaries. You have yourself. And who could love yourself more than you can love yourself? Yourself. And you have to learn to love yourself. That's a given. And last thing I want to focus on is confidence. Because when you learn to love yourself, you become confident. You become this person where I can. Okay, I can do this. I can figure out this problem. I can say no. And it's just an amazing thing you can do for yourself because you know you can now. Because you worked on yourself. You developed your self-love. And you care about yourself enough to have worked on yourself. So you're already ahead of the game. Because you care enough of yourself to daily improve, to change your mindset about yourself, create positive thinking about yourself, create boundaries, self-love, and you're just creating and improving. And with this comes success. Because when you're confident, you communicate better. And when you love yourself, you communicate better. Because now you're able to stand up for yourself and know what's wrong for yourself or what's right. So now you just don't accept the minimum. You're able to walk away from the bare minimum. You're able to walk away what no longer serves you. That's loving yourself. You're able to walk away from toxicity. That's loving yourself. When you're positive and use positive terms to describe yourself, that's loving yourself. Don't ever allow someone to put you down. And if you do, walk away. Because that person no longer serves you. You want to surround yourself with people that bring you up. And when you love yourself, You're no longer influenced by other people or other people's opinions of you. Because now you love yourself and you are able to fulfill your purpose. That just sounds so beautiful. You're able to fulfill your purpose because now you don't care about people pleasing. You don't care about other people's opinions. And you don't care about the rumors. Or you don't care what he said, she said. Because you're living your best life. Because when you love yourself, you become the authentic you. You become the real you. And it makes me happy because it's such a big growth. Because you become this beautiful person for yourself. And you're like, oh my gosh, wow, like you really love yourself. And I don't tolerate negative behavior, negative environments, because I have boundaries. I can say no and live the life I always wanted. See, success. Life I always wanted and the life of my dreams. Because I love myself and I know I'm good enough. And I want to end with this because when you love yourself, you make things happen for you. You are in charge of your life and your success. And you are going places. And you will have the correct support and people that love you because you love yourself for who you are. And that is so healthy in a relationship because you are creating a relationship with yourself, and then you can create a relationship with others. So while you're teaching yourself self-love, you're also teaching others on how to love you. So this is why you have to do the inner work, the reprogramming, rethinking, new habits, and just put yourself first. I love you. Take care.